You're in a meeting. Someone asks a question. Nobody raises their hand. You have an answer. You're almost certain it's right. But you stay quiet because everyone else is staying quiet too. That small moment is one of the most studied behaviors in psychology. And the real answer for why it happens is far stranger than simple shyness. In 1971, a psychologist at Stanford University wanted to know how quickly ordinary people would conform to roles a group assigned them, even when those roles turned cruel. His name was Philip Zimbardo. He split college students randomly into guards and prisoners inside a mock prison in the Stanford Psychology Building. The study was meant to run 2 weeks. He shut it down after 6 days. Within hours, the students playing guards enforced rules with real aggression. The students playing prisoners showed real distress. Nobody trained them to act this way. They simply looked around, saw the role they'd been given, and adjusted to match the group forming around them. Why does a group hold that much power over an individual? Part of the answer starts decades earlier, with a simpler experiment. In the 1950s, psychologist Solomon Asch wanted to know if a group could make you deny something you could see with your own eyes. He showed people a line, then asked them to match it to one of 3 others. The correct answer was obvious. Asch placed each real participant in a room with actors instructed to confidently give the wrong answer. About a third of the time, the real participant agreed with the group, even with the right answer sitting in front of them. Not because they were confused. Many admitted afterward they knew the group was wrong. They went along with it anyway. Your brain treats social agreement as a kind of evidence. If everyone around you believes something, some old part of your mind assumes they know something you don't. This isn't weakness. It's a survival strategy from a time when disagreeing with the group could mean losing its protection. If your tribe suddenly moved toward higher ground, following along was safer than standing alone to ask why. That instinct never got deleted. It just changed costumes. Psychologist Muzaffar Sherif discovered something just as revealing. He placed people alone in a dark room and showed them a single point of light that wasn't actually moving, though an illusion made it appear to drift. Alone, each person guessed a different distance. But once small groups called out their estimates together, the guesses bent toward each other. And once that shared number formed, it stuck, even when people were tested alone again days later. The group hadn't just changed what people said. It had changed what they believed they saw. This is the part that should unsettle you. Conformity doesn't always feel like giving in. Often it feels like agreement. Your brain doesn't experience social pressure as pressure. It experiences it as a change of mind you arrived at yourself. So back to that meeting, back to the moment you stayed quiet. Your silence wasn't really about the question. It was about reading the room. In how fast a rumor spreads through a friend group. In fashion trends, nobody can explain. In market bubbles inflated by people who privately doubted the hype but followed the crowd anyway. None of this requires stupidity. Zimbardo's guards weren't cruel to begin with. Asch's participants weren't gullible. They were ordinary people responding to an environment that quietly rewired what felt normal. Here's the twist. In Asch's experiments, the effect nearly vanished the moment one other person in the room broke from the group and gave the correct answer. Just one. The participant didn't need everyone on their side. They needed proof that disagreement was possible. That single dissenting voice cracked the wall, and doubts people had been quietly suppressing suddenly felt safe enough to speak. So the next time everyone stays quiet in a room, consider what that silence actually is. It isn't proof everyone agrees. It's often a room full of people individually assuming everyone else knows something they don't, each one waiting for someone else to go first. Your ancestors survived by reading the group and moving with it. That instinct still runs quietly through every group chat, every classroom, every boardroom you'll ever sit in. You're in a meeting. Someone asks a question, and this time, you're the one who raises your hand.